Hey everybody, Shoebox Legends here. Thanks for joining me for another installment of 50 for 2023 here on the channel. This is exactly what it sounds like towards the end of last year. I was trying to figure out a way to keep myself at least semi-focused in the hobby in 2023. And what I decided on is I made a list of 50 singles that I wanted to chase down in the calendar year. They really range in price from just, maybe $10 all the way up to a few $100s for the more expensive cards. And I'm going to challenge myself to see how many of the 50 I can cross off the list this year. So we've started out, I showed the first two cards off the checklist, which were both from the 51 Bowman set, including that Don Newcomb that you see in the center there in the background. And that crossed the first two items off the list, those 51 Bowmans. Item number 3 on the list was a unique relic card, which I showed this Joe DiMaggio, and then I kind of even overdid it with a Lou Gehrig as well. So got the unique relic card off the list. Today we are going to cover two more items, items 4 and 5 off the list. And, it's been all kind of old-time baseball so far between the relics and the 50s Bowman. Today I'm going to kind of illustrate some of the variety that exists on the list. We're going to go, jump from vintage baseball to modern soccer. Now, stick with me for a minute. I know soccer is not everybody's favorite thing, but the two cards that you see on the right are kind of a lead into this. So I put on my list to try to get a gold numbered to 50 card of my two favorite soccer players. And those are the guys that you see there in front of you. Leo Messi for Argentina or PSG, or Kylian Mbappe, who plays for France and also plays for PSG and is a teammate of Messi's on kind of that super team in Ligue 1 in France. So Messi has been my favorite player for about the past 15 years. Mbappe became my new favorite player as Messi is winding his career down and Mbappe's is taking off. And recently, both of these two guys were in the limelight because they participated in what was arguably the greatest World Cup final of all time against each other. Both were just dynamic forces for their team. In the end, Argentina just outlasted France in a shootout, and Messi finally reached the mountaintop, got his World Cup championship at age 37 and what is likely, or I think 35, I should say, and what is likely his final World Cup with Argentina, and a heartbreaking loss for Mbappe in France. However, he won the World Cup prior as a teenager with France in 2018. So I love these two players. If you've tuned in, I should say, to the channel with any frequency, then you also know that I love atomic refractors. And if you look here, these two are atomic refractors. They're from the Topps Merlin UEFA Champions League Chrome release. Merlin is a set that existed in the 90s in soccer, and I think Topps is rebooting it, or they have been over the last 2 to 3 years. These are from the 2020 release, atomic refractors. These do not check the boxes on my list. They're not gold, and they're numbered to 250. I'm looking for golds numbered to 50, but they're out here for a reason, because in addition to creating these base atomic refractors for Merlin that are numbered out of 250, we also have gold atomic refractors. And as you can probably guess where this has been leading to, I was able to grab the Leo Messi atomic refractor gold from the 2020 Topps Merlin release. This checks the box for me. Wanted a Messi gold out of 50. Figured it might just be a standard gold refractor. I'm even happier that it's atomic. My all-time favorite parallel. This just looks stunning. I'll probably move this into a one-touch. May eventually submit it for grading. But I love this. Just a great shot here of Messi in his PSG kit. Just really cool. Love that, they're in matching uniforms here as teammates across these two cards. And as I alluded to, copy 9 of 50 here. So, Messi is a big deal. In the soccer world, this is kind of like trying to collect Michael Jordan or Mike Trout or Wayne Gretzky. He's got a lot of fans. He's generally recognized as a GOAT, and he is not cheap. So this was not, while it wasn't one of the most expensive cards on my checklist, it was not an easy card either. Really happy that I was able to bring it home. And then, of course, to go with it, the fifth item, him being the fourth, the fifth item off my 50 for 2023 checklist was an Mbappe gold numbered to 50. and was able to get the Mbappe shortly thereafter to pair up with the Messi. Kylian came all the way from Australia, so it took quite a while to get this one in hand, but it arrived without issue. Seller did a great job, left some positive feedback, and just really happy to have this pair united in my collection. Two pretty big cards from the overall list of 50 crossed off here. As I said, with the Messi, I may submit both of these to PSA in the future. I think these would look pretty good, slabbed up, next to each other as a little mini collection, or maybe even SGC in the tux. But yeah, can't beat that atomic shine. When you combine that with my two favorite players, arguably the best two soccer players on the planet, and you create them in gold numbered to 50, that is just right up my alley. So really happy to have this pair. Again, that's going to cross off the 4th and 5th items off my list of 50 for 2023. So I am now 10% of the way there with 5 down and 45 to go. I'll certainly be back very soon here with some more cards to continue down this list. But for today, we're going to leave it with that pair of soccer. Really appreciate you stopping by to check this one out. Hope you enjoyed the variety and something a little bit different here on the channel. When I return with this series, we'll probably be back to baseball or maybe hockey. I don't have a ton of soccer on my list, but I did, it just made sense to lump those two together, having gotten them both in hand and having them match so nicely. So until next time, stay safe and enjoy the hobby.